Friends, we start with the 13th quality today: without material desires, Akama. A true Vaishnava is free from selfish material desire. This doesn't mean becoming inactive or emotionless. Rather, it means that one's life is no longer controlled by endless greed, lust, prestige, envy, or obsession for temporary gain. Material desire constantly says, I need more to become happy. Spiritual realization says, my fulfillment comes from service, purpose, and connection with Krishna. In law, uncontrolled desire often becomes the root cause of corruption, exploitation, fraud, violence, and abuse of power. Many legal disputes arise because human desires become greater than ethical restraint. A person free from selfish material desires becomes peaceful, trustworthy, and internally strong. Freedom from greed creates freedom from fear. In Prabhupada's life, this quality is exemplified throughout his life. Although he eventually established a worldwide movement with temples, books, disciples, institutions, he personally remained detached from material luxury and prestige. His focus remains fixed on serving Krishna and fulfilling his instruction of his spiritual master. Prabhupada did not mold the movement for personal wealth, political influence, or fame. Even in advanced age and fragile health, he continued translating scriptures and guiding devotees because his desire was spiritual service, not material enjoyment. This is the difference between ambition and devotion. Ambition seeks self-glorification, devotion seeks service. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have a powerful pastime of Raghunath Das Goswami. His life embodies this principle. Born into extraordinary wealth and privilege, Raghunath Das Goswami has every material facility imaginable, yet internally he felt no attractions towards luxury, prestige, or sensual life. His only desire was to attain the association and service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Eventually, he renounced immensely worldly comfort and dedicated himself fully to devotional life in Jagannath Puri and later Vrindavan. Importantly, his renunciation was not born from frustration or failure. He voluntarily walked away from abundance because his heart desired something higher. Mahaprabhu instructed him to remain humble, simple, and absorbed in chanting Krishna's name. This illustrates the Vaishnava principle: when divine taste awakens, material obsession naturally awakens. If you get a higher taste, it's very easy to give the lower taste. Srimad Bhagavatam illustration. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the four Kumaras exemplify freedom from material desire. True spiritually powerful and capable of enjoying any material facility, they remain detached and fully absorbed in transcendental realization. Similarly, another beautiful example is of Prahlad Maharaj. He refused material benedictions from Lord Narsingdev, declaring that devotional service should not become a business transaction motivated by selfish desire. Bhagavatam repeatedly teaches that devotion becomes pure when it is free from material bargaining. Friends, court and legal principle. A real reflection of this principle appears in anti-corruption jurisprudence and judicial ethics. The integrity of legal system depends heavily upon the ability of judges, lawyers, public officials, and institutions to remain free from improper influence, greed, bribery, and personal interest. Conflict of interest doctrines exist because selfish desire distorts justice. When decision makers become controlled by material motives, public trust collapses. Similarly, spirituality teaches that inner freedom from greed is essential for moral clarity. Law recognizes that what spirituality teaches internally: unchecked desire corrupts judgment. A lawyer free from greed cannot easily betray justice. A judge free from selfish ambition protects constitutional integrity fearlessly. A spiritualist free from material obsession can guide others sincerely. Material desire is endless because external objects cannot permanently satisfy the soul. Law restrains harmful behavior externally. Spirituality purifies desire internally. Together they create ethical civilization. The 13th Vaishnava quality, freedom from material desire, reflects spiritual maturity and inner wealth. Raghunath Das Goswami demonstrated that even immense worldly luxury becomes insignificant before devotion. Prabhupada showed his life that true success lies not in accumulation but in service to Krishna and humanity. A person controlled by desire becomes restless. A person free from selfish desire becomes peaceful and powerful. That is where law and spirituality unite. Integrity over greed, service over exploitation, and purpose over possession. Thank you for the patient hearing.